I've got 2 coffees today. I'm ready to go, man. All right, there we go. Okay, so welcome to Sunday Ukulele. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. Cheers, cheers to Sunday. And it's kind of smoke-free in Kamloops again, so it's pretty awesome. I'm kind of ready. I've got a second coffee too. I've been up for a while thinking about things. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. So I'll just say again, I really want this to be a question and answer day where we're reviewing material that we've done. We'll add new skills as we go, like I say, near the end of the hour. But for anyone that's watching on YouTube, please feel free to ask questions, okay? You can always, let me just copy the invite. You can always ask questions. I'm keeping an eye on both screens. And I've just put in my Zoom link too, in case you say to yourself, oh, I wish I joined Tina on Zoom. There you go. It's in the comments on YouTube. So there we have it. Now, the first thing I want us to start with is just our A minor natural scale. Okay. We're going to just play with it. And I'll make this a little bit, hopefully a little bit darker. Is that easier to see the 10? Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, so this is of course I'm just hitting it on the first string again. Okay. But I want us to play around with it a little bit because we can play it up and down, right? That's at this point, that's not an issue. I do want to ask you guys real quick before I really dive in. Can you hear me okay? Is my sound okay? It's not too loud, it's not too quiet? Okay, awesome. All right, so let's just play up and down, okay? Whatever fingering you want to use, whatever you're comfortable with, okay? And we'll do each one, so often I do it for 4 beats, just cause, right? And let's do that again, okay? So here we go on the open A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 plucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now to 2. To 3. Up to 5. Here comes 7. Here comes 8. Okay, up to 10. And 12. Back down to 10. Here comes 8. And 7. And 5. 3. 2. Open. So I plucked it all just with one finger. Like I really just did whatever I felt like, and I used different fingers on the way up and then just used one finger on the way back down. So I'm doing that for a reason. It's to show you guys that you can, like if you're not comfortable using more than one finger for this, you can do it. You can do it for sure. Okay. Now, when I was using the different fingers, just to review what this is called. Also, it looks like Bonnie, I think Bonnie's out camping. I saw her background with a bunch of forest, and it looks, Bonnie, are you out in the woods doing this? She's muted, but
this is my back deck, and it's sunny out, so we've got to take advantage of the sun.
Bonnie, that looks beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, so nice. Yeah, take advantage of the sun.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So what I want to do is just talk with you guys about the different positions I use. See how I drew little lines in there? My little fences? Okay, so what's going on there is these are the different positions I tend to have my fingers in when I'm playing this scale, okay? So when I start, I might use my pointer finger here, and then my middle finger there. And then when I do that position change, that's when I bring my pointer finger to fret 7. So you'll often see me do that.
I think you mean fret 5.
Yeah, I do absolutely mean fret 5. Thank you. Yes. Have some more coffee. Oh, I tell you, pointer finger on fret 5. Yeah, 5th position. Sometimes I go up to here. Sometimes I don't. So I've got it written like that. And then pointer finger on fret 10 for 10th position. So you'll often see me do that. And then when I come back down, if I'm continuing this position, then watch my fingers. So here I am on fret 12, and I've left my pointer finger on fret 10 because I'm going back to that, right? And then to do that position change, I go like that. Now, you don't, like I say, you don't have to, but I'm just showing you how I play that scale, okay? And then I play 8, 7, 5, and then position change again. So something I had to do when I was at school for music was I had to practice these position changes. So this is going to feel weird. Okay, we're going to pick apart a little bit of this. So this is part of the technique. Like when I say review, I mean, I really mean like dig into these things. Oh, that was a cackle. Oh, I guess I got some sort of vendetta today about scales and position changes. Just go with me on it. Just go with me on it. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to practice doing a position change. My whiteboard marker is intimidated by me. Look at that. Okay, position change from 3 to 5. Okay, so just to show you ways that you can help build up your accuracy when you're doing this sort of thing, if you want to use these position changes. So we already know that I go like this. So I'm not going to play anything. I'm just going to put my fingers here. Pointer finger on 2nd fret, middle finger on 3rd. And then what I'm going to do is, see how I've still got my middle finger on 3? I'm just going to hop up to 5, okay, with my pointer finger. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to hold it so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to watch middle finger on 3, pointer finger on 5. And then I go back and forth like that. And I watch what I'm doing. So I watch the position that my hand has to be in. And when I say that, I know that my hand does a little bit of a rock, right? Like when I do that, see how my hand physically changes its angle when I do that? It's because I'm approaching a different area of the fretboard. So I keep that in mind as I change that. Now I'm not going to harp on it for too long. My guitar teachers harped on that with me for months. You get just a couple minutes of harping. You guys are lucky. Less of that pestering. But if you do that on the way up and on the way down, where you have position changes, not just in this scale, but in any song, if you isolate those parts, it makes a huge difference in your confidence when you're playing a song. Huge. So let's pick on the weird part, okay? So following what I was just doing there, as I come up, I've got my pointer finger on 10, ring finger on 12, back to pointer finger on 10, and then I used my baby finger on 8. Now, not everyone's comfortable using their baby finger, and I'm not always, right? We know my hands are a bit beat up, but I'm going to do it today, okay? And if you're not comfortable with your baby finger, then use your ring finger for this. But we're going to do pointer on 10, okay, and ring finger on 8. Okay, that's going to be our position change there. So go on up to your 10th fret, okay, and take a look at where your 8th fret is. You can play it. You can play pointer finger on 10. You don't even have to pluck the string. It's about seeing how far you have to go. When you do this, when you isolate a part of a song that you might have found tricky, and just go back and forth like this and see, just watch where your hands have to go. Those tricky parts in a song, they're not so tricky anymore. And those position changes aren't so tricky anymore. It's just a matter of taking your time. and seeing how your hand has to move. The other thing that you want to watch out for too, when you're doing these position changes, is watch your thumb. Make sure your thumb goes along with you for the position change, okay? Often people have this, their thumb kind of gets super glued to one spot on their fretboard. So when you're moving up and down the fretboard, that's another thing to think about, okay? Your thumb is there to support you, but you want it to come with you too, okay? And I used to leave my thumb in one spot, exactly one spot, okay, down here. And then I'd stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch, but it gets hard. I mean, you can certainly do that a bit, for sure. But after a while, I mean, your hand gets thrown out of position. It's hard to get everything. So I'm speaking from experience, right, with this. So all that said, let's play that scale again. Try to hit some of these position changes in whatever way you want to do it, okay? We'll go slow. We'll go four notes per again. And on that fourth note, use that as your option to change, okay? Take your time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 on open. Okay, second fret, and I'm using my pointer finger there. Here comes third fret. I'm going to watch my finger there. 1, 2, 3, 4. First finger on the 5th fret. Right on. 3. Now I've got my ring finger on my 7th fret. Okay, baby finger on my 8th. Here comes that position change up to, whoa! Right on, up to that 10th fret. Okay, now we can relax. We got our ring finger on 12. Coming right back down to 10. And that position change, ready? And to my 8th fret with my baby finger. Ring finger on 7. Pointer finger on 5. Here comes that position change. Right on. Now, something I want you guys to take a look at with my hand when I do this is this. Okay, so here I am. I'm coming back from 12 and 10. And when I do that position change to get my baby finger on my 8th fret, look at my other fingers. They're hovering and ready to go. Right? And that's because I'm still thinking about a 4-finger spread, right? When I do these position changes, I think about my fingers being lined up in specific spots. Okay. Now, that's enough of the technique. Now we're going to horse around with that scale and just have fun. Okay, so I'm going to play just my A minor chord, right? And I want you guys to solo. No one can hear you but you, right? So you guys are just going to rock out with this now. Some suggestions. Maybe you find a chunk of notes you like, play around with them, okay? Also, I think, so last week before, I would hit some of the notes and hit the opens. So let's just think about that. Come up with some ideas. I like to do like 12, open, 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 10, hit a fretted note and then 3 opens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I get all, it sounds kind of like metal. Okay, so I'll do that. I'll hit opens, or maybe you'll go like, repeated notes, you know, find notes you like the sound of. And I'm just going to sit and do this. I'm going to go 2, 3, 4. That's it. And then I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing with that strum later. Solo, just relax. I'm not going to be bossy anymore. Remember, too, if you say to yourself, I've had enough of that scale, move it to your second string. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, guys, we're gonna stop soon. I love strumming like this, so it's hard to stop. 4 more bars. 3, 2, last one. Okay, so survey says who soloed? Just put a hand up if you soloed. You don't have to play any solos. I just want to know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, oh, nice. Yeah, okay, right on. Nice. Hello, Sonia. Thank you for joining us. Sonia, did you solo too? Yeah, it's right on. Ah, it's so much fun. Okay, so if you say to yourself, oh, I was just playing a lot of single notes. There was a slide in there. I know Tina does slides. Let's review those slides. I kind of feel like it's a bit of a throwing stuff in your tool belt kind of day. All right, so here I am on my 5th fret. I play the note, and I keep that pressure down. See how I keep my finger on the fretboard, pushing the string down against the frets. Oh, whoa, that sucked. Hang on here. I got to look at my ukulele a little more. That can sound kind of cool. Slide from 5 to 7 and then play the 7 a few times. 5, slide, 7, 7. Yeah. So the whole thing there is that as long as your string stays in contact with the frets, then you can have that sliding sound going. It's if you lift up and then try to slide, you've lost that that connection. So the magic's on hold there. Okay, so finger stays in contact with the fretboard. You're laughing. You're golden. Now, next thing we're going to do is, you know what? No, I'm going to stop. This is where I tend to be like a juggernaut and I don't give people enough time to ask questions. Questions about the scales, position changes. Give it to me. You know, let me know if you have questions. Also, on YouTube, I'm watching. If you have any comments that you need to put in there, let me know. I've got an eye on that. Okay. So I'll just give you a minute to, you know, you can unmute yourself and ask a question, or just have a sip of coffee with me. Oh, do you hear that? My cat needs in. He's done monitoring my pond. Hang on. Okay, come on. I know. Is it windy out there now? Oh, no, it's not. He's been hiding in the pit from where that pond was being built and peeking out at me. So he must be just, I don't know that he's happy about having a pond there, but he will be when it's got a burbling stream for him to play in. So I see no questions. So I'm going to go on. We're going to play that White Lion song from last week, When the Children Cry. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it and then I'll put the music up and share it with you. Okay. So for people that have the music, then it's like a read-along adventure. For people that don't, if you're watching it and like if you're on YouTube and you haven't had a chance to get this music, I'll just copy this and put it in there. You can find it on that link there. All right, so here we go. When the Children Cry. What I'm going to do is play through it and then we'll talk about how to add different dimensions into the playing, okay? I'm still going to pick it just like this, like I did last week, where I've got my thumb sitting on the 3rd string. And I'll take it nice and slow. There we go. I love playing that. I love playing that so much. Okay, so that's just the review of the melody. Now we're gonna review it together, okay? So the big thing I want you guys to do is think about that melody. You heard how I was trying to bring that out a little louder, right? So let's go through. I won't share the screen yet. What I want us to do is just play the melody, okay, without all the extra picking. So I'll play the note, then you guys play it back to me, okay? So we're gonna play open, open, okay? And I'll play it with you again. Open. And then as you're playing that open, get ready to go up to your 12. 12. Okay, are we up there in the 12? Good. Okay, let's carry on then. So down to 10. And then 8, 7, 10 to follow that rhythm. 8, 7, 10. And you'll see my hands move all over the place after all this talk about positions, right? That's the thing. Okay, so we had our 8, 7, 10, and now we're going to go 8, 7, 3, 2, 0. So 8, 7, here we go. 3, 2, open, up to 12. Okay, now to 10. 8, 7, 10. 8, 7, 10. 8, 7. And now O3 on the second string. O3, A minor strum. Here's the thing with those positions. You can play in any position, right? 7th position, 8th position. It's all about what works for the song, right? So there's certain things, certain applications from here that work for the song and other ones that don't. But it's being mindful about how your hand moves up and down the fretboard, right? Okay, now let's play it. I'll share it now, and we're going to add in that picking. If in a perfect world, what would happen is everybody would take that music. Oops, hang on here. Everybody would take that music and they would highlight the melody. Okay, oh, see, I can't really do that on this application here. All the, like the O, the 12, all that would be highlighted. Every time you go to play it, play the melody first, and until you're really comfortable with it. Melody first, and then throw in the picking. So let's review the picking. We've got the 2 different picking patterns. The primary one is picking strings 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, so let's just do that. So I have I'll get my hand close to the screen so you can see. So I've got my middle finger on first string, pointer finger on second string, thumb for this one just sits on the third string. Okay, so I go 1, 2, 3, 2 for my picking. If you're not comfortable using all those fingers, then try like even like this, right? Use your pointer finger here. And then maybe just your thumb on the third string. And I know a lot of people do this. That's not the end of the world. Just so you know. But if you can get that going. 1, 2, 3, 2 with the 2 fingers on the thumb, you're rocking. Okay, so the other pattern is where you're just hitting the first string and the second string. That's what the quick change between frets 8 and fret 7. And that's where I usually just go just like that, strings 1, 2. And that's it. So I try to keep in this picking position, right? This picking pattern. All right, all that said, I'm going to go through and play this now. Okay, so I know I'm starting with my open string, but my hand is hovering over that 12th fret, ready to play that. So I'm not sitting down here, I'm sitting up here ready to go. Okay, so it's going to be slow. It's going to be, I'll just play the first 4 notes to set us, and then we'll play through the whole thing, okay? So it's going to be at that speed, okay? Here we go on the open, 2, 3, 2, now up to 12, 12, 2, 3, 2 to 10, 10, 2, 3, 2. Now it's going to change. 8, 2, 7, 2. Next bar up to 10. Okay, now to 8, 8, 2, 3, 2, right? Because this is a longer pattern. 7, 2, 3, 2. And now I'll just point out where we are there, right? Fret 3 and fret 2 by themselves. Here we go. Fret 3, 2. Now back with the open on the third line. And as I'm playing that, my hand's moving up to my 12th fret. 12, 2, 3, 2, 10, 2, 3, 2. Short pattern. 8, 2, 7, 2. Next line. 10, 2, 3, 2. Long pattern with the 8. 8, 2, 3, 2. Same thing with 7. 7, 2, 3, 2. Okay, second string open. Third fret. A minor strum. Remember how I like to talk about strumming parallel to your frets when you do that strum, so that you get that same tone all the way through. So when I strum that A minor, right, just parallel to the frets. I know when people get it because I start to see everyone's hand do the same thing on the screen. Whoop, straight down. It's got such a cool sound if you play it like that, right? It's so awesome. All right, sip of coffee, then we play it again. Okay, now I'm going to try to do less talking all the way through this one, okay? Because I'm just like, I get going telling you guys everything. You guys will be fine. What I want you to think about, though, when you're playing this, think about the melody fret note, right? Because it'll probably help you to bring that sound out a little bit louder than the accompanying notes. That's the next step, right? Is to make the melody louder and those open strings, strings 2 and 3, a little quieter. So just think melody in your head, okay? Or say it out loud, okay? I'll count to 4, and that will be our 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm taking it nice and chill, okay? We count to 4, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go with the open. To 12, 10, 8, up to 10 again, 8, 7, 3, 2, next line, 10, 8, 7, 10, 8, 7, second string. Woo, look at those straight strums down. Yes. Okay, I was really quiet when I started that. I was like, why am I so quiet? I don't know. I want to know how it, like observations, anything that worked. Were you able to make the melody a little louder than the accompanying stuff? Or were you like me playing everything real quiet all of a sudden? Shirley, you got it where the melody was louder? Awesome. So what I often do when I'm learning a song and I'm trying to get that melody a little louder, like I did there, we went through, we played the melody first, define it, because otherwise it just looks like a whole pack of notes sitting there, right? So I went through, played that melody. Okay. And then often what I do, and I know I've said it to you guys before, but I'll even say in my mind, loud, loud, quiet, 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 loud, quiet, 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 right? Or I'll say it in my head, 10, 2, 3, 2, 8, 2, 7, 2. So I can hear where I want to have that volume be a little bit louder. And it sounds like I'm making it very mechanical. It's not. I mean, I'm singing it to myself, right? But let's play it one more time, okay? Just because it's so pretty. Now, did anyone look up the song? That's kind of what I'm curious. Oh, Robin did. Oh, Diane did. Yeah, right on. Oh, Mary did too. It's pretty, hey? Oh, sad, kind of bittersweet. That's so pretty. Okay, let's do it again, just at that same speed. If you listen to the song, you know it's pretty fast, right? But you'll get that speed. You'll get that speed. All right, here we go. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open. And then 12, 10, 8, 2, 7, 2. Next line with 10, 8, 7. Walking down with 3, 2. Third line. 12, 10, 8, 7, 10, 8, 7. Second string. Oh, 3, A minor. Oh, yeah, that's cool. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing that. Cackle away about the song, be all happy. Oh, that was fun. Oh, so it's not the whole intro, but boy, is it ever pretty. Like, so I've been sitting there putting different songs together, right? Mashing them up together and having a great time. And I thought that one would sound really nice with the song Romance. Just as a side idea here. Right? And carrying on, and then I've got see, I could just go from one song to the other. I was thinking about that. I thought that would be kind of fun. So we'll see where I go with that. You never know. All right, so we got When the Children Cry. Observations about it. Any questions about playing it? Now's the time, you guys.
Are we supposed to be trying to use that finger positioning that you taught us for the A minor scale?
Remember how I said that although
Natural.
like, yeah, that's for the scale and applies to certain songs. There will be certain areas in When the Children Cry that works. The big thing there, I would say, oops, I'm in 7th position when I hit that 8-7. Okay, so think about that position. Now, the reason why I say I'm in that position is because if you take a look at where the music goes, you've got 10, 8, 7, and then back up to 10, down to 8 and 7. In order for me to move as comfortably as I can between those frets, I'm going to stop sharing again just so you can see. I keep my baby finger on my 10, and then I play 8, 7, back up to 10, 8, 7. So be mindful of these different position changes you can have. And it's not until I go down to 3 that I leave that. And when I do that, so 8, 7, then I come down and I use my middle finger on 3. So I'm ready to play on my 2nd fret. So there are some position changes right out of that scale that work and other ones that don't. But be mindful that you can have, like, any fret can become a position, right? It's just an anchor for your index finger. Doesn't mean you always have to stay there, but yeah, I would use 7th position. Watch this. Then maybe you approach the scale like this. And then now that totally relates to when the children cry. So this is where you can play scales in all sorts of different positions and all sorts of different thoughts, right? You could do that. And then maybe just shift your baby finger up to the 12th fret or your ring finger. See what works for you guys. But be mindful about keeping your hand in a position so that you don't have to hop around a whole bunch. Be efficient with your movements. I guess that's really what happens when you use these position changes, is you build some efficiency with your hands, and it builds confidence when you do that. So thank you for asking, Leah. I rant and rant about these position changes. When did I become like that? I don't know. All right, Stairway to Heaven. If no one has any questions, then we're going to play through Stairway to Heaven.
Okay. Tina?
Yep.
I got confused after listening to the song. I don't think I'm as advanced in music as some of these people are, but is that just an intro to it? I'm not understanding that.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's also in guitar, it's in a different key. We're playing it in the key of A minor, and they do it in the key of E minor. So it's just the very beginning of the intro is all it is. So yeah, no, you totally got it, Diane. You totally got it. It's fast though, hey? They just go ripping through it. So there's that second section to the intro that we might have to dig into. It's so pretty. All right, let's do Stairway to Heaven, you guys. Oh, I see a chat here. Oh, I'm so glad that you asked the question, Diana. For some reason, I'm having a hard time following the chat there. Oh, wow. Yeah, just the very intro of that White Lion song. Okay, Stairway to Heaven. I'll just share the screen right off the bat, okay? All right, so we'll just take it 2 lines at a time again. So, Sonia, I'm not sure if you've seen the music written out in this way before, if you've been following the live streams.
Yes,
But
I have.
You have? Oh, awesome. Okay, so you're used to seeing this particular, yep, okay, right on. Well, then let's just play through this puppy. Right on. Okay, here we go. So nice and slow. I'll count to 4 and then we'll just start playing it together, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 on A minor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Move to E7, pluck 4 and 1, 2, 3, 1. Then to C, pluck 4 and 1, 2, 3, 1. Then to D, 2 and 4, 3, 2, 1. And then to F, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here come our G's. G and pluck A minor, slide. O, 8, 7. Haha, okay, ready for the next line? Let's do it. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. E7, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 1. To C, pluck 4 and 1, 2, 3, 1. To D, pluck 4 and 2, 3, 2, 1. Then to F, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the plucking. G, A minor, hang on while I scroll up, hang on to those leading tones. Where's my mouse? Okay. Okay, we had that O2 up there that we're going to add into this. Ready? O2 on the first string. O2, here comes our C. 1, 3, 2, 1. Then to D. 1, 2, 3, 1. To F. 1, 2, 3, 1. Now we're on, pardon me, now we're on the tab. Leading tones to C, 4 and 1. To G, 4 and 1. Now to D. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Oh, I love it. Okay, leading tones, O2. C. 3, 2, 1, D. To F, 1, 2, 3, 1. And then the tab. Leading tones. C. Then D with that 4 and 1. Then F. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Hang on to that. Let the notes ring out while I scroll. Okay, ready? A minor. Here we go. E7. C. Now D. F. Ready? Slow down. G, A minor, A minor. We kind of powered through it, but it's a review at this point. So how did it feel at that speed? I guess that's one of the first questions. How were the chord changes? I was thinking about things to think about as you're going through, as you're building up speed. And one of them is being comfortable, like with the chord changes. For instance, this line here where you're doing C to D to F. I know for myself, when I'm playing the C, I'm reaching out. Can you guys see my hand if I'm here? So I play my C, but see, I'm already anticipating the next chord. Now, with my D, when I'm playing that 1, that's a first string open, so it's handy. And I know I've talked before about just laying down notes as you need them. So I just kind of slowly move across the fretboard. I find it so relaxing playing fingerstyle because I can just lay down my notes as I need them and just think about nearly related fingerings, or any ways that I can shift while keeping my fingers down on the fretboard, right? Like just shifting from one fret to another. But observations, anything you guys have noticed about your playing with this song? Has it gotten a little bit easier? Have you brought out maybe different strings? You like to make some of them louder, some of them quieter. Has that happened at all?
Tina,
Yep.
the one that I have struggled a little bit with is from the A minor to the E7.
Okay.
That's the one that it's kind of it's a bit more difficult for me.
Yeah, that one's a tricky one, isn't it? Okay, let's I'm going to stop sharing the screen and we're going to analyze that A minor to E7, okay? Yeah, because that one's not the easiest, and you start right away with that one. So when I'm with that A minor, now I know that I'm ending with the 1 there. So the first thing I do, because the next thing I'm doing is I'm playing 4 and 1, I lay down those guys. So I go from here and I do that. And then I lay down my middle finger just when I'm ready. So I don't lay down the whole chord right away because I'm picking it, so I don't have to stress about it. So I'll play that again so you can just watch my hands. And this is just how I do it. It's like a teeter-totter, right? This guy comes up, those guys go down. And you see how I just laid down that finger when I needed it. I didn't worry about putting everything down at once. You can be lazy when you're finger picking. Just put down your fingers as you need them. Ah, so nice. Okay, everyone take a second and try that. A minor to E7. Okay, so there I am on my A minor. And the other thing too is see how I've got this finger tucked back and hovering? It's ready. And then it's like a teeter-totter. That one goes up. These guys go down. And this one lands just a second before I need it. So this is often something I'll do too. Like if I'm playing songs where I'm like, the chords are a little sketchy, I'll see how I really need to move. I want to say how I really need to move. How do I need to move to make the song fluid? And give me minimal stress. Does that help, Sonia? Does that, yeah? Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm all about just laying down my fingers when I need them. Cheers. Cheers to playing lazy, man. Yeah, I guess that sounds bad, but. Do you guys want to run through that song again? Just go for it? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I'll share the screen again. I need another sip of coffee though, out of my other coffee cup, because this one is shockingly cold. I'll just put that over there. That's my discarded one now. All right. I'm not going to do as much talking this time. I'll just say the chord names and then we'll just play along. But just remember to hang on to the leading tone here at the end of the second line while I scroll down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. E7. Remember to teeter-totter it. C. D. F. Here goes G, A minor, G, A minor, sliding 087. Next line, ready, go. E7, C. Now on D with a 2 and 4. 3, 2, 1 to F. Two, 3, 4, and the plucking. G, A minor, okay, hang on to the O2. Okay, ready, O2. Now C, D, F, then the tab. Leading tones, O2, C, 4 and 1, and G, 4 and 1. D with the plucking. And leading tones, ready, go. O2, C, D, and F. Tab. C, 4 and 1. D, 4 and 1. F with the plucking. Okay, hang on to that, let it ring out. Okay, next line. Here we go. Ready, A minor, go. E7. C, 4 and 1. D, 2 and 4. F. Let's slow down here. G, A minor, A minor. I really slowed it down there, like a clock winding down. Oh, I love doing that. I noticed, you guys, thinking about placing fingers just as I need them. I do that a lot with the F chord too. I don't know who else does that, but keep in mind, this is a practice that you can use when you're finger picking, but not when you're strumming. Right? When you're strumming, it's a different approach. You have to have all your fingers landing at the same time, but finger picking, you can do this. So I noticed, just looking at going from the D to the F, right here. Oh, I can't highlight it. Okay, well, D to F. Here I was. I did my D. 1, 2, 3, 1. I still wound up making the full F chord, but I was pretty chill, man. It felt so nice, just placing them as you need them. But just remember, that's not best practice if you're strumming. That's a different ballgame. How did that feel playing?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
sorry. I do a lot of like on the not F, I do it on a lot of chords. Finger picking, don't need that string fretted because of my stiff fingers, and it takes longer to get learned. Just fret the ones. Well, I am learning the ones I need. It's so.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit, Shirley, but I know exactly what you're talking about. You're just playing the notes you need, and you can adapt these chords too, right? That's the other thing when you're finger picking. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. So we've got 5 minutes left. Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Let's play through that, you guys. Now I'm still just working through level 1.5 because I feel like it's probably middle ground for people. But has anyone here just like cut loose with extra stuff from the level 2? Let me know.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, all right on. Oh, and Robin has too. Awesome. What are the, oh, and Sonia has too. Oh, you guys, that's awesome. It's pretty fun, right? And then I bet you probably play it a little bit different every time. If you're anything like me, depends on the mood. Yeah, a little sounds, it does sound beautiful, doesn't it? It's crazy.
Hey, now I was sort of wondering though, like on maybe on all of them, I don't know, but I've got written down on the level 2 where it says the F on the first line there.
Mhm.
At the end, I've got written down strum and pick, or just strum or pick.
Oh, it's probably strum or pick.
Okay.
You know what? Let me play through that level 2, okay? Because I think, oh, you know what I do there? I know what I do there. I do this fancy pants little descending arpeggio. Let me play through all of level 2 for you guys, and we'll see what you guys do compared to what I do. And remember we talked last week about how to avoid that sticky sound with the finger on the first fret of string 2. Do you guys remember that? And that was maintaining contact. So you're playing here and you're moving up to that 8th fret. And that's where I just kept touching the string, because otherwise it can be, you get that sound. I remember somebody was talking about that last week. I don't remember who it was though. But do you guys remember that? Yeah. Was anybody able to put that into practice over the week? That's very, very finicky technique, but it's nice once you get it. All right, I'll play Over the Rainbow level 2. Do you guys want the screen shared, or do you want to be able to watch my hands? Maybe watch my hands, yeah, okay. Oh, did you see the look on my face? I'm like, Okay, I'm going to add in the intro I like to do, which is just an F and a C7 and then an F, but I get all like... Here it comes. Let's see. So I tend to do a strum, and I do my fancy F, and then I play it again as a regular F. That's what I do at the end of that first line, Leanne, so that's why there was that talk. Okay, now I'm not going to talk anymore, I'm just going to play. I'll start it again and play. All right, F. fingers. So things that I did there, you like that? Is, oh, I love playing that song. Now, something I added in there that you guys need to know about. There's a few things. Oh, thanks, Diane. That first line where it says the B flat chord. Okay, so that's bar 3, where I play 1, 2, 3. I went up here. Did you hear that different sound I had? Like, so you can play it like this. 1, 2, 3 on that third bar. And then just reach up to your 5. And then play your special F. If you say to yourself, I want something more, then check this out. Okay, I played my 1, 2, 3 for my B flat. And then what I did for that 5, look at that. That's just my G chord shape. That's all that is. G chord shape up on the 5th fret. And you can strum it. And it just sounds like teardrops trickling down. Ah! Oh, so pretty. And then down to my special F. Okay. So that G chord, that's a spectacular chord because you can move it, right? If you, especially like, don't play the 4th string, right? There's G. Move it up 2 frets. You got an A. Right? So that's the G on the 4th fret. And then one more fret, like I said, up on the 5th fret gives you a B flat or an A sharp. But for this song, we're talking B flat. So that's the thing that I add in there. And line 3, bar 3, where it's got all the 5s. Hear how I get that? Like, woo! That's from doing that. Now you can also go like this. Like that, right? Yeah, so I'm not moving my whole thing, but I'm just like, I'm anchored with my pointer finger. See how I'm wiggling like that? So now, to help me out, like I can do this, but it's only because I've worked and worked at these bar chords, right? I'm gonna go like that. And it's like I roll my finger fat back and forth, see that? So I'm still in one spot, but I'm just kind of wiggly jiggly with my finger. Yeah. And then I do the same thing on line 4, bar 3, where I've got all the 7s. Whoops. And it's, you don't want to do too much of that because too much of that will make it, you know, everything's all wobbly all the time, right? But find a couple spots where you can do it with the 5 and with the 7. Oh, so pretty. Diane, thank you for the compliment. Now, let's back it off to level 1.5, okay? Because you guys know, like, there's all this icing on the cake that you can do. You choose what you want, and I don't play, like my level 2 that I've got written there, I don't play it the same way every time. I just choose what I feel like putting in there. And that can make it pretty fun. Now, let's try, though, for this level 1.5, what I want us to try at the end of that first bar is we're going to strum the special F, right? This is what I want us to do. We strum it and then just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we'll just take a breath. So we'll do a strum and then a descending arpeggio. That's it. It sounds all fancy, right? Doing a descending arpeggio at the end of the first bar, first line, last bar. There we go. So right here where it says special F, after we strum it straight down, then we're going to go 4, 3, 2, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 for our strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Here we go. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the F, up to your 8th fret, 7 with the opens, 7, 8, B flat, just the 1, 5, okay, special F, strum, take a breath, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, and next line, ready, 2, 1, F, 1, 3, first string open, 1, G, O, 1, 3, 1, F, okay, C7, and I just do a straight strum up. When I strum up, I still try to do just parallel to the frets, right? Okay, back to the beginning there. A. Did you guys hear my glissando? True confessions, I don't know who heard that. Okay, I went on that first bar. Did you hear it? Okay, that's an extra little thing you can do. Just slide up with whatever you got. Okay, so let's start at the beginning there, but we'll hit the second ending. Here we go. 7 with the opens. B flat. 5, special F, strum, and then ready on your own time. 1, 2, 3, 4. B flat. 2. Okay, here we go with the F. Under the G, the 3 and the pinch there. Second ending. F. I might do with my F chord there too if I want. Next line. 3, O, 3, O, 3, O, 3, O, 3, 1 and 3 there. Under the C7. Okay, 5, 5. Now this is where I like to do that C7 up high. Numbers are open 7, 6, 7. Okay, next line, here we go. 3 under the F there. O, 3, O, 3, O, 3, O, 3, and then 2 and 5. 7 in the 4th string open. Okay, up to the 10, ready? 10. Then to 5. Next line. Up to 8. 7 with the opens. 7, 8 under the B flat with 1. 5, special F. Let's do that descending arpeggio again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, next line, B flat. 1, and then the pinch. Under the G with that pinch. Under C7. And then the 1 on the 2nd string. Oh. Boom. You could throw in another F there if you wanted to, right? An F chord. Next line. 3, O, 3, O, 3, O, 3, O, 3 under the G minor 7. C7. Boom. Boom. Here we go. 5, 7, 8 and 8. And then I just like to hit that first fret on the 2nd string. So you can always add extra. And this, I like taking this level 1 and writing in notes from level 2 that I want to add, so that it's just like a worksheet, right? I just add in what I want. What I would probably do is make a note about that 5th fret by the B flat on line 1, where I was all like, play the G chord on the 5th fret. Because it's kind of nice to take a familiar chord shape and just add it in. Oh, that's so nice. All right, you guys, I'm going to stop sharing this now. These songs, they can be a work in progress forever, right? Like, you play around with it, you know, and change it according to your mood. Add what you want. Learn a new technique, stick it in your song. It's fun. And it's always a little bit different. You guys, it's after 10. How did that happen? It's all the coffee I've had. Hang on for a second. I've got to stop my live stream. To everyone that's been watching